important numbers to track, and we have Century Plyboards, which reported its highest ever quarterly revenue in the first quarter, strong growth across their key segments, and sharp improvement in their profitability as well. Keshav Bhajanka, the Executive Director, Century Plyboards, now joins in to discuss the strong first quarter performance, but more importantly, the outlook for the next year as well. Thanks a lot, Keshav, for joining in. We've been speaking over the last many quarters where you said FY27, FY28 will be years of strong growth for the company given the Capex that you've done. But, you know, I just wanted to understand a little before we get to the volume and revenue growth guidance for this year. On your MDF business, you had earlier guided for 15% plus EBITDA margins. First quarter margins are just 7%. This is obviously due to the planned shutdown. Once this shutdown lifts, when do you expect these margins to come back to this 15 to 16%, if not the earlier highs of over 30%?
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I think, you have summed it up very well that this year and the next financial year, we intend to sweat the assets that we have created over the course of the past 3 to 4 years. And I think they are going to be very strong growth and profitable growth years for us. In MDF, like you have correctly pointed out, Q1 saw 2 disruptions. Firstly, we have expanded our capacity in our Andhra Pradesh plant. We have done a brownfield expansion of close to 25% of capacity at negligible Capex or practically no Capex. So that has been something that took some time. It took over a month and the plant was shut down during that time period, causing certain losses, like you have rightly said. Alongside that, the West Asia crisis, that also led to a lot of volatility in terms of raw material prices. And it was not one-way volatility. Prices went up, came down, went up, came down. So because of that, passing on to the market or holding on those increases in prices that were passed on to the market became slightly difficult. Having said that, I think this is going to be 1 quarter of stabilization of the new capacity. And post this, H2 onwards, you shall see 15% plus EBITDA margins in MDF.
All right, H2 onwards, 15%. The next quarter will also see similar numbers, right?
So H2, current quarter, I think will take a little bit of time to stabilize the expanded capacity. H2 onwards, yes, 15% plus EBITDA margins in MDF.
Got that. And what about plywood? You've typically guided for mid-teen sort of growth, but this time around, business continues to outperform over 30%. What's a revised target and sustainable growth path here?
Well, due to the West Asia crisis, we are not giving any targets for the current year. But like you rightly pointed out, growth has been stronger than what we had anticipated. And our new capacity, our new plant in Hoshiarpur will become effective from October onwards. I think we'll start commercial production in October. So that will again aid to our growth. So I'm sure you will see a strong growth year for us in FY27.
You define strong. I mean, I understand that you're not giving any guidance, etc. But if you could give a range, and we're not going to hold you to that. We all understand that, we're going through uncertain, volatile times, but maybe a range for perhaps...
Higher.
Okay.
It will be higher than what we had guided for earlier.
Okay, we'll take that.
All right. Hi, Keshav. Let's talk about smaller part of your business then, the particle boards business. The growth is good out there. You have mentioned in the past you want to go to mid-teens in terms of margins. However, it's still loss-making. Tell us, how does this business evolve, and by when do you get to those ambitious margins?
I think, this is the first year of full operation. And within the first quarter, we are at 3% EBITDA margin. Now, I know it's not a very high margin as of now, but going forward, I believe that as we scale up, and we have shown quarter after quarter that our throughput has increased, our turnover has increased. So towards the second half of the year, particularly in Q4, I'm fairly confident that we'll have double-digit margins. And next year onwards, we should be able to reach a 15% plus EBITDA margin.
All right, 15% plus EBITDA margin next year, Q4 10%. The first quarter you did 3%. Obviously, the reported numbers EBIT are a loss. You'll have to add back depreciation and amortization to that. On your laminates business, even as the reported numbers show growth, at least the 15% revenue growth that you've done, I reckon most of that is overpriced because volumes are still lower by about 8.5%. You've done a lot of strategic changes out there. When does that business turn around, especially on the volume front?
The way that we look at volumes needs to change in laminates slightly. We have been accounting for it in terms of number of sheets because that is predominantly our business, or what used to be. It used to be the thin HPL, which was 8 by 4 and typically in a size of 1 millimeter. Now, going forward, a lot of our business is transitioning to large size compact laminates, which are actually 12 boards, which are 14 by 6 feet in size. So the actual representation in terms of numbers might not be doing fair justice to it, because that product in itself is equivalent to a far larger share. So one board of 14 by 6, 12 in terms of realization would be more than 20 times one board of 1 8 by 4. So I think that we'll need to make an adjustment for. But otherwise, there has been volume growth across the key segments. Product mix has changed. It has moved towards the higher end products. And we are going to see this trajectory taking shape going forward as well. I'm fairly confident that in laminates, you will see robust growth from this year onwards.
All right, Keshav, quick couple of questions. With regard to input costs, timber prices are more or less stable. But chemicals was a bit of a spoiler because those costs went up. How have prices behaved now if I compare Q2 so far in comparison to quarter?
In between, we thought that the worst was behind us. And then suddenly there was another spike because suddenly there was the start of the war again. So it is unpredictable. However, we have the ability to pass on the increase in cost to the market in the form of price increases. And it's not just us, the entire industry has to do the same. So I think that, short term, there could be a little more pain. I mean, I'm not particularly, economist or a war strategist, so I don't know how this is going to pan out. But I think volatility is here to stay until and unless this war is resolved.
All right, we take that point. You're not an economist or a war strategist, neither are we. We're just, hazarding our best understanding of the situation right now. For us, it's easier because we have to ask the questions. You have to deliver to your shareholders and to your customers as well. So, let's wrap it up finally with whatever range you can give us for this year when it comes to revenue and margins. And more importantly, from a analyst standpoint, people would like to understand your goal on return on capital employed and cash flow from ops as well, because the first quarter working capital was slightly elevated. But we are seeing improved ROCE as you're sweating your assets. But you've, again, embarked upon another round of Capex. So what's your ROCE sustainable level here? And whatever guidance you can give for this year.
Right now, we have not actually embarked on any large round of Capex. So I just want to bring a little bit of correction there, because it is a plywood facility in Hoshiarpur and maybe one more plywood facility coming up. Plywood facilities, as you know, are not very Capex intensive.
Yeah.
200, 250 crores, you can come up with a state-of-the-art plywood plant, as opposed to an MDF or particle board where the outlay would be 600 crores plus. Having said that, you're absolutely right. This year we are going to sweat our assets more. Our ROCs are going to improve quarter on quarter. And that is something that we are very confident on. With regards to the growth guidance, I think we will grow similar to last year, or perhaps slightly better than last year. And margins, of course, the objective will be to improve margins quarter after quarter.
All right, take that point. Last year, for viewers' reference, you did about 19% revenue, 33% EBITDA jump, margins at 12%. Net profit obviously grew at around 44%. You are likely to better your growth in FY27 over FY26, at least on a value growth. So we'll expect over 20% growth out there. And margins, you expect improvement quarter after quarter. So we will obviously monitor that. Thank you so much for joining in. The street likes that. We've seen a bit of a spike as we speak, largely on account of your plywood volumes. You believe that it'll be a lot better than what you did last year. And second half of this year is when MDF margins will get back to that 15% mark as well. Take a short break, come back.